You ever have one of those moments where you realize your entire life has been a lie? Because, yeah, that happened to me. And trust me when I say, this was not just some little, oh haha, I was adopted kind of secret. This was a full-blown, jaw-dropping, can't make this up, holy shit moment. One that left me staring at my family like, so y'all were just never gonna tell me? Ever? Let me take you back to the moment that changed everything. Now, I was never the type to go snooping. Okay, that's a lie. I was absolutely the type to go snooping. But this time, I wasn't even looking for trouble. Trouble just found me. It all started when I was helping my mom clean out the attic. You know how moms get randomly deciding that today is the day the house is getting deep cleaned like the Queen of England is coming over. So there I was, digging through dusty old boxes when I found the letter. And let me tell you, I should have just walked away. But no, I had to be curious. I opened it up, and at first it looked normal. Just some old handwriting on yellowed paper. But then I saw the words that made my stomach drop. We can never tell my name the truth. Excuse me, my entire body went cold. Who is we? Tell me, what truth? And then I kept reading. Turns out my parents weren't actually my parents. I was stolen. Okay, not literally stolen, but my real father? Yeah, not the guy I grew up calling dad. Apparently, my mom had a whole-ass affair decades ago, and I was the result. And here's the best part. My dad knew. Everyone knew. My aunts, my uncles, even my freaking grandma knew. They all just decided to never tell me. Because, lying to someone for 20 plus years is totally normal. Now, any normal person might sit on this information for a bit, process it, think it through. I did not do that. I marched my ass downstairs, letter in hand, and said, well, would you look at what I just found? My mom? Pale as a ghost. My dad? Instantly pretending he didn't hear me. My aunt? Casually sipping her tea like she's in a goddamn movie. I held up the letter like it was a winning lottery ticket and said, so who wants to explain? My mom burst into tears. My dad just sat there staring at the floor like he was waiting for the ground to swallow him whole. And my grandma? Oh, she had nerve. She just shrugged and went, you weren't supposed to find Nana. That's what we're going with? Not I'm sorry. Not we should have told you sooner. Just, oops, our bad. At this point, I was losing it. I was like, so let me get this straight. Y'all have been lying to me my whole life, and I was just never supposed to find out. My mom, still sobbing, goes, we didn't want to hurt you. Oh, so you thought finding out like this would be better? Now, just when I thought it couldn't get any crazier, my dad, the man I thought was my dad, finally spoke. He said, I was not ready. He looked me dead in the eye and said, I knew the whole time, but I raised you because I love you. Okay, wait, hold up. At first I thought, that's sweet. But then he followed it up with, I just never wanted you to meet your real dad because he's still in our lives. Excuse me? This man had been around me my entire freaking life, and I never knew. At this point, my brain was short-circuiting, so I did the only logical thing. I demanded to know who he was, and when they finally told me, I almost passed out. Y'all, my real dad was my dad's best friend. His best freaking friend. The guy who came over for barbecues, the guy who babysat me, the guy who I once accidentally called uncle, and he knew too. He had been smiling in my face my whole life, knowing he was my biological father. At this point, I just sat down and went, so what the hell am I supposed to do now? Honestly, I still don't have an answer. My entire life was a soap opera, and I was the unpaid main character. I had two dads, one of whom lied to me, and the other who just sat there acting like my uncle for 20 plus years. So now here I am, processing, wondering, debating. Like, do I go get a DNA test just to triple check? Do I go to therapy? Do I just pretend none of this ever happened? One thing's for sure. Thank God I was snooping that day. Because otherwise, I would have never known. Moral of the story? If your family says you weren't supposed to find that, dig deeper. Family secrets always come out eventually. And if you ever get a weird vibe from your uncle, maybe ask some questions. Cheers to never trusting family secrets again. Shadows come to life, color the night gray.
Through the hazy dark, find a glowing spark, radiant so pure, every thought embarks.